Hi, welcome all. In this video, we are going to see reporting part 1. As part of this video, we will see what is reporting, default STLC report, extend reports introduction, download and configure extend reports jars in Eclipse. So first we'll discuss what is reporting. So when you deal with any automation tool, or if you do manual testing also, after completion of your execution, running your test cases, whatever it may be, how you can show status of your execution to anybody, your leader, your manager or your client, right? To show or to present the results, we need reporting. So for that purpose, we need to generate some reports. So here in TestNG, we have a number of ways to generate the reports. In that, we'll see TestNG report and extend reports. And default TestNG report comes when you execute your TestNG tests. For that, no need to do anything. No need to write any logic. But coming to the extend reports, these are third-party jar files we need to download and add it to your Eclipse, and we need to write some code. But what is the difference between TestNG and extend reports? All these things we'll see. First, we'll see default TestNG reports. For that, we'll try to write some tests and we'll execute and we'll see how it looks like. Okay, so let's flip. So let's go to Eclipse. Here I will create a package, new package, default TestNG reports. I'll just give this name. So inside this, I'll create a class. I'll name it as test class 1 and then finish. So inside this, I will try to write 3 classes. Sorry, 3 methods, means 3 tests. So public void verify URL 1. I'll just name it like this, and string URL is equals to driver dot get current URL. So how you will get the web driver means this driver instance. For that, what we'll do, I'll create one more method, public void init. Inside this, I'll write I'll declare WebDriver at class level, public WebDriver driver. So here we need to set system property, system dot set property WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and we need to set the path. We'll do that. After that, driver is equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, I'm initializing Chrome driver, and then driver dot get. I'll take this URL, and the same way I'll take the path to my Chrome driver. This already we discussed. So I'll make it at the rate before class from the test engine. And the same way I'll make it test from the test engine. Right. So here I got string URL, and I will assert dot assert equals, I think I made a mistake. I took JUnit framework. So we need to import from the test engine assert dot assert equals and the URL. URL obviously this is the URL as we are navigating to this URL. Right. Now I'll create one more test. Public void verify title1. Here I will assert title. String title is equals to driver dot get title, and I'll same way assert dot assert equals title. I'll deliberately fail this. Means when you see a report, we need to know how a pass test case is showing in the report, and the same way how a failed test case is showing in the report. So we'll have an idea like how a typical report looks like. That is the reason we will cover all the possibilities. Here actually is register, so I'll take register. So expecting register but found a register, so obviously it fail. And in Selenium, means in the test, we have one more option. What is that? Skipping the test cases. When you skip any test case, how it looks like. Okay, so we will do that also. Verify text1. So here I'll take string some text is equals to driver dot find element by dot take id dot get text. The same way assert equals text comma sum. Even I'm not writing this id, this text. The reason is anyhow I'll skip, I'll not execute this test. That is the reason, no need to mention this. Just an example. So how you will make a test skip here to reproduce, or means to show that. What I'll do, it is depends on methods. Depends on methods is equals to which method? This failed method. Whenever a test is depends on failed method, so already the dependent method is failed. That is the reason it will not execute, it will skip. So we are deliberately failing verify title1. That is the reason obviously verify text1 will get skipped. So you will not execute. So these are the 3 test methods. Right. After that, what I'll do after class, public void down, and here I'll say driver dot quit. Okay. Before all the test cases, I'm initializing the browser and I'm opening the browser. I'm navigating to particular URL. After that, I'm writing 3 tests. One is verify URL, another is verify title, another is verify text. Verify URL 1 will pass, verify title 1 will fail. So obviously verify text 1 is depends upon verify title, so it fails. That is the reason it will skip. So after that I'll quit the browser. So now we'll try to execute this and we'll see what will happen. In the same way, you see that in the folder structure, you do not have any folder called test output. Once you execute, you will find a folder called test output. Inside that, you can see testng reports. So what I'll do, I'll simply right click, run as testng test. So it opened and done. It's very fast. The reason is we are not writing any logic. So here you can see that passed verify title 1, failed verify title 1. The reason is expected regist but found register. So there is a mismatch in the title. That is the reason it failed. And the next one we'll see what it is giving. Verify, you see skipped verify text 1. And what is the reason for that? You will get that exact information here. Is this test depends on not successfully finished methods. So it is depends on not successfully finished method. That is the reason I am skipping this test. Alright, after that total tests 3, failure 1, skips 1. So this is also a kind of report, right? Very simple report, but on the console I cannot share this information to anybody. So the same information can be captured in the testng report. You see that in the folder structure, I'll just right click on my project folder, right click, you just refresh. You see that test-output. When you expand this, you will see index.html. Index.html. When you double click on this, you see that this is the glance of testng report, default testng report. For that, we did not written any logic. Right? We have not write any logic to generate this. We have written normal programs, testng methods, and we just executed. Then we got this report. So we'll see what it contains. So testng reports, test results, 1 suite, 1 failed test. It's giving some normal information, that high level information. There is 1 suite and 1 failed test. And coming to the suite, I did not created any testng.xml file and I'm not executing the test from there. Even though testng considers everything as a suite, if you execute normal class also, it will create internally. You see that testng custom suite.xml. Okay, and then it will execute. When you open this, you see that this is the testng.xml file it created. Inside that you see class name equal package name dot class name, and it executed all the tests inside this class. Okay, you have not created this, but internally it creates this kind of XML file and it will execute. So inside this, how many tests are there? 1 test, that is default test, that it is showing here. You see 1 test. What is that? Default test. Inside that we have only 1 class. There is no groups, 0 groups. Times means each method execution time, means how much time taken by each method. You see, verify URL1 takes 17 milliseconds, verify title1 took 15 milliseconds, and verify text1 not executed, that is the reason 0 milliseconds, and the total it took 32 milliseconds to execute our tests. Okay. Then reporter output. So we do not have reporter output. What is reporter output? We'll see. Ignored methods. Do you have any ignored methods? No. 0 ignored methods. Chronological view means how the hierarchy is. So first what it will happen? Init method will execute. After that verify URL1 executed. After that verify title1 executed, and that is failed. After that there is a skipped method. So that is not even captured here as that is not executed. After completion of these two methods, T down method executed. Means the execution order it will show here. After that, see, this is just info. The actual results here. 3 methods, 1 failed, 1 skipped, 1 passed. Here, list of failed methods, list of skipped methods, list of passed methods. So passed methods by default it will not show. When you click on this link show, it will show passed also. So you will see verify title1 failed, and the same information what you are getting here. You see that the entire information what you are seeing here, these many lines, the same thing can be captured in the report also. You see that expected register but found register, and coming to the skipped, scroll here, depends on not successfully finished methods, and this is passed, that is the reason you will not get any information. So this is how a typical TestNG report will looks like. Okay. So, and you can hide this information, you can show this information, you hide, show, something like that. But this is the information you will get. So this is not so eye-catchy report, but you will get everything, and for this no need to write any logic. Okay. So after this, what we will see, this is a single class. If you have multiple class, kind of framework level, how it looks like. Okay, we'll try to add one more class and we'll see how it looks like. So what we'll do, so inside this package I'll create a class called base test. This is my parent class. It will have only initialization. I'll remove this and I'll move it to only configuration. I'll move to base test. After class also I'll move here. Okay, this will have only initialization. So how I'll get driver instance? You need to extend. So extends base test. Errors gone, right? So next class what I'll do, I'll copy paste the same thing. I'll not write very big logic. Test class 2. Okay. Test class 2. I'll name it as 1, 2, 2. This one also. This one also. And the methods are same. I'll not even change the logic inside the methods. Okay, I have now 2 classes, 1 base test. So if I wanna execute now, I will create a testng.xml file. I'll select these both classes, right click, test ng, convert to test ng. Okay, so it will create testng.xml file. I'll name it as default testng, something like that. Okay, where other name I'm giving apart from the default name. So finish, and you see that default testng.xml, it is having test class 1 and test class 2. Now we'll try to execute this suite. Okay, run as testng suite. I got some error. I'll look into that first. I'm getting C. It depends on non-existent method verify title 1. What is that? There is a method in the test 2 depends on test 1 verify title 1, but verify title 1 is not there. This is also I need to change it to 2, right? So that is the reason it is saying there is a method which depends on non-existent method. So now I'll execute again, run as testng suite. Now it is executing. So it executed 2 times. Actually that is not my intention. So base test, I'll go to base test. I'll write a logic here. Otherwise, okay, we'll see how the report looks like. You see that? Here, 1 suite, 2 failed tests. Right. And here, previously we have seen what? testng-custom suite.xml. But here, default testng.xml. What is the name we have given? It will show here. Okay. You see that testng.xml. 1 test. And this time, you see that the test contains 2 classes. Here, only 1 class. Right. So now, no groups times, you see that each and every test method, how much time it took. A reporter output will see chronological view for 2 classes, init, and then methods, and then tear down, again init, methods, tear down. So 6 methods, 2 failed, 2 skipped, 2 passed. Alright. Show. You see that? Same thing. So I am getting the information. I think now it is reduced. Previously we are seeing very big information, right? So we have so many methods. So that is the reason. If I hide this, even then also it is showing actual information. Expected resist but found register. And the same way this one also. And here also depends on not successfully finished methods. Okay. This is how a report looks like with multiple classes. So apart from that, we have one more provision here. What is that? We can generate logs. Logs means we can track each and every line how it is executing. So if you have that kind of information, if something goes wrong in a big application, if you have logs, then in which line it got executed, in which line it is not executed. So after which line it is failed, then we'll come to know by looking into that logs. So capturing each and every line. So for that, we have one provision here. So for that, how you can write? We have one class. For that, we need to write some logic. To generate logs, we need to write some lines of code. But if you do not want any logs and we did not write any separate logic to generate, index.html report, right? But for this we have reporter. You see reporter from r.stng dot we have one of the methods called log, and you need to write starting verify URL 1 test, something like this. Okay, I'll copy paste. I'll simply say ending. Here also ending verify title 1. Okay, so I'll write this log for only these two methods and we'll try to execute and see how it looks like and where you will get. Let it execute. It's done. Means both the classes it will execute. So it's done. I'll go here and I'll refresh this. Now if you go to reporter output, you see that verify URL 1, verify title 1, and starting verify URL 1 test, ending URL test. Here after starting the test it failed. That is the reason it is not printing the ending verify URL 1. The reason is it is not went to that line, but it is printing in a single line. So how you can get line by line? So for this what we'll do, we can do some decoration for this. Instead of doing here, what we'll do, if you want to do here, you need to do for each and every method. So I'll make it same thing in the base test. I'll write a helper method here. Public void, I'll say simply log. Okay, so string log message. What is the message I want to pass? I'll pass from here. So what you can do here, reporter dot log, you need to put in a HTML. You can use HTML tags. So if you wanna make it bold, I can use bold tag, B tag, and I can give some styling also. Style is equals to I can give some color. Okay, what is that? Color colon blue. So inside the double quotes I'm writing the double quotes. That is the reason I need to use escape character, escape sequence, and after blue I'll close here and I'll append this and then slash b and closing that. After that use slash br means break the row. Okay, so here we need to append this message, right? It should be outside this, and the same way here also after plus we need to mention log message. Why it is giving still error? Invalid escape sequence. So this should be here before the quote, and here also what is the issue? Where I'm getting the issue? I think this should be inside this, but we have to close this color blue, right? And then we need to give escape sequence here. Yeah, now the error gone, right? So I'll keep call this method wherever I need. So I'll remove reporter, I'll remove reporter, and I'll remove reporter, this one, and apart from that I can write some more. I need to print this log, the URL is, I'll append this URL, so I'll get this URL information also. And the same way here what I'll do, I'll say log the title, I'll say the title is, I'll append the title. Okay, so wherever you want to write something, for each and every line you need to write log and what information you want to log in the report. So now we'll give a try. After done, we'll see how the reporter looks like. So it's done. I'll go to here. I will refresh this. If I go to reporter output, you see that it is showing very cleaner way. Starting verify URL1 test, and the URL is this one, and ending verify URL1 test, and the second one verify title1 method. Starting verify title1 test, the title is registered. After that it failed, that is the reason it is not printing the information. It's the same way for each and every test method you can write, and you will get everything in the reporter output link section. Okay, this is how you can generate default TestNG reports. But the problem is you will get everything and you no need to write any logic, but this is not eye-catchy. It's not so look and feel. Okay, that is the reason people will depends upon some third-party reports. In that, one of the famous reports is extent reports. You see that extentreports.com. So when you go to extentreports.com, you can see this kind of reports. You see some eye-catchy reports, some pie charts and some information, all these things. But to get this, we have some jar files provided by Extent Reports. We need to download and we need to add those jar files to your Eclipse, and we have some classes. We have given some documentation. Okay, docs version 4 Java. And where you can download extentreports.com/community. The reason is you have two versions, community version and pro version. Pro version, to get the pro version you need to pay something, but for community you no need to pay anything. You can download and add, and you can generate reports. We have some differences here. You see that you have documentation here, how to use everything, what are the options you want. If you want to get extent event reporter, it will available with the pro. So I cannot generate these kind of reports. I can generate extent logger report, extent HTML report, extent clove report. So we'll use extent HTML reporter. Okay, so you'll have some sample code and how to use. You have a guidance here. Okay, and the same way here it a basic look and feel. And what we'll do, we'll try to download. Go to extentreports.com/community. Here downloads version 4 extent reports 4.0.9. Just click on this. So it is downloading the zip file. It is 7 MB. So once it is done, go to show in finder. So this is the one. Just what I'll do, I will double click on this if you open this, you see extend reports jar file and some dependency jar files, right? So we need to add all these things to your Eclipse to generate this kind of reports. So for that, what I'll do, I'll go to Eclipse. We'll try to add to the same thing. Right click on your project, go to build path, go to configure build path. So here we have already added Selenium jar files. The same way you need to add Apache Py and Selenium jar files. The same way you can add extend reports also. Add external jars, go to downloads, extend reports. You can see this is the one jar, and add external jars. Do you have anything outside? And go to the dependency, select all, open, you got everything, apply and close. So in the referential libraries you can see extend reports also. Alright, so now you are ready to use the classes which are given by extend reports. By using those you can generate extend reports. Okay, so we'll see that in our next video. And we have seen what is reporting, default exchange report, and how we can generate default exchange reports, how we can log information in that, how we can decorate the logs, and extend reports introduction, and download and configure extend report jars in Eclipse. We have seen all these things. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.